Let us continue boron family elements. Chemical properties of boron we will continue. In the chemical properties of boron, boron reacting with the base, that we will see. So boron solid, sodium hydroxide solid, on heating they are fusing. Boron is converting into oxysalt. Boron is metalloid, therefore it is reacting with a strong base and gives oxysalt. Now boron is converting into oxysalt. Now boron is converted into +3 oxidation state. This oxygen, oxysalt means oxo anion, we have to write oxo anion. For writing oxo anion, give oxygen 2 minus. Now how many oxygen 2 minus we can give in the sense one possibility 2 times. Now net charge is -1. Another possibility 3 times. Net charge 3 minus. Generally, which is possible in the sense this borate is possible, not metaborate. Metaborate impossible in particular cases. So now what is possible in the sense borate is possible. Borate formula BO3 3 minus. It is called a oxoanion. It is called oxoanion. To satisfy this negative charge, we have to give positive charge sodium ions. So we are giving sodium ions 3 times. Therefore, we are getting a Na3BO3, sodium borate. Here, boron has undergone oxidation. Therefore, hydrogen will undergo reduction to give hydrogen gas. So, hydrogen undergoes reduction to give what means hydrogen gas, we can say. Now, let us balance this one. So, boron 2 times, sodium hydroxide 6 times, sodium borate 2 times, hydrogen 3 times. Okay. Next, reaction of boron with metals, that we'll see. Reaction of boron with metals. Boron reacting with the metals. Metals, for example, we will take magnesium. We are taking magnesium, and this metal and boron mixed together and heated. Magnesium is converting into Mg2 plus. Magnesium undergoing oxidation. Boron undergoing reduction here. With the metals, boron undergoes reduction. So cross multiply, you will get Mg3B2. It is called magnesium boride. Boron is having 3 minus charge. When it is called as a boride, while it is called as a boride, Mg3B2 we are saying. Okay. Next, boron with halogen we will see. Boron with halogen. Boron combining with halogen to give boron trihalide. Boron trihalide formula you know, BCl3, BBr3, Ba3, like this boron trihalide is possible. In the place of X, what we can take in the sense F, Cl, Br, I. Any halogen we can take in the place of X. Next, we will go for borax. Now we are taking borax. Borax formula we have seen already. What is that formula means? Na2B4O7.NH2O. This one in the complex form that we have seen. The complex form is Na2B4O5 OH4 times dot 8H2. This is borax. So borax we have written in the complex form like this. Now we will take a aqueous solution of borax. Now we are taking aqueous solution of borax. Aqueous solution of borax is what in the sense alkaline. Aqueous solution of borax is alkaline. Aqueous solution of borax we can say alkaline, we can say. Also we can say act as buffer. Aqueous solution of borax act as buffer as well as alkaline. Sorry. Why is it so? That we'll see. We know that borax on hydrolysis gives orthoboric acid, we have seen. Borax on hydrolysis gives orthoboric acid, we have seen. That we will write. Na2B4O7 plus water. Borax on hydrolysis gives orthoboric acid, that we have seen already. Okay. Now, here boron is 4 times, so we will write 4. This step we have seen where, in the sense in the preparation of boron we have seen. Borax on hydrolysis gives orthoboric acid, that we have discussed. Now we will balance 4 boron here, 4 boron we have written. Next, water molecules we will see. Sodium we will balance. Sodium is 2 times, therefore 2 times sodium. 2 times sodium we have written. Next, oxygen will see and hydrogen will see. Oxygen and hydrogen will balance. Now, boron we have balanced. Now we will go for balancing hydrogen, oxygen. Okay, here 4 3s are 12. Here 7 oxygens are there. So remaining 5 more oxygen. So 5 more oxygen will write. Then hydrogens will balance. Here 10 hydrogens are there. Here 12 hydrogens are there. Now 12 hydrogen, in the sense we have to balance the hydrogen now. What is the medium of reaction? What is the medium here? Medium is basic, because aqueous solution of borax is alkaline, basic. So in basic medium we have to balance this. Here 12 hydrogens, but here 10, therefore remaining 2 hydrogens required. 2 hydrogens required means write 2 water molecules. This side write 2 OH minus. Okay, therefore here 5 plus 2, 7 water molecules we can write here. Here we have to write 7 water molecules. Here we have to write 2 OH minus means 2 sodium hydroxide we can write. Now see, equation is balanced or not. You see, equation is balanced. So borax on hydrolysis gives orthoboric acid and sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is strong base. Okay, so borax on hydrolysis gives so and so in the resultant solution. The resultant solution contains this orthoboric acid, weak acid, and the strong base. Therefore, the resultant solution is a basic solution, we can say. Therefore, the resultant solution is alkaline. So we can say aqueous solution of borax. Aqueous solution of borax is alkaline because of hydrolysis of borax. Next, aqueous solution of borax is a buffer. Why is it so? Now, borax with water undergoes hydrolysis to give orthoboric acid and sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is strong base. Orthoboric acid is weak acid. Therefore, they are reacting with each other as acid-base reaction. So orthoboric acid H3BO3 with sodium hydroxide, we are giving salt. We are getting salt and water. What is the salt? That we will see. Orthoboric acid we will write. Orthoboric acid structure we will write now. Boron with 3 OH groups. Boron with 3 OH group. It is oxy acid. This is what means oxy acid. Therefore, we are writing OH groups we are writing. So boron we have written, and 3 oxygens and 3 hydrogens. Okay. Boron comes under third A group. Therefore, this valence shell contains 3 electrons. Therefore, 3 bonds we have given. Boron comes under second period. Second period, in the sense valence shell is second shell. Second shell contains 4 orbitals. Out of 4 orbitals, 3 orbitals have gone for bonding. Remaining 1 orbital is there. That orbital is vacant orbital. That orbital is vacant orbital, we can say. In the sodium hydroxide, sodium is having Na plus, OH is having minus charge. That OH minus will take. OH minus. This negative charge will give to oxygen. Negative charge we are giving to oxygen. For oxygen, we will give lone electrons now. How many lone electrons we have to give? In the sense 6 lone electrons we have to give. Now this oxygen is contributing lone electron to this vacant orbital. This oxygen is contributing this lone pair to this vacant orbital. Therefore, what we are getting in the sense boron, here OH groups, here OH groups like this, here dative bond OH group. Now this dative bond, we will write it as a normal covalent bond by giving formal charges. For boron, we will give negative charge. We'll give. Okay. To balance a negative charge, we will give this Na plus. Therefore, we will write NaBOH 4 times, like this complex. So it is weak acid, it is strong base, it is salt. Salt is formed. Okay. Now, in the formation of salt, this OH minus has contributed electron pair. Therefore, this is Lewis base. This boron has gained lone pair. Therefore, it is a Lewis acid. This boric acid, it is acting as Lewis acid. This H3BO3 acting as a Lewis acid. We can say OH minus acting as a Lewis base. Okay. Now salt is produced. That means this H3BO3 reacting with sodium hydroxide, it is produced by hydrolysis of borax. With this, by we taking aqueous solution of borax, just borax mixed with water. Borax undergoes hydrolysis and gives like this. This orthoboric acid reacting with sodium hydroxide to give what in the sense to give salt NaBOH 4 times. How many times means 2 times because 2 sodium hydroxide, remaining orthoboric acid is 2 times H3BO3. So now you see that in the resultant solution H3BO3 is there, that is weak acid. Its salt is this one. So weak acid plus its salt with a strong base is present. Therefore, this resultant solution we can call it as buffer solution. So we can say aqueous solution of borax is a buffer. Sorry. Aqueous solution of borax is buffer solution, we said. Next. What is the use of borax in the salt analysis? In the salt analysis, borax is used as a borax bead test. Borax is used under borax bead test. Borax bead test. Borax bead test is used for what case? This borax bead test is used for what case? In order to identify colored metal ions. In order to identify colored metal ions, this borax bead test is used. Sorry. How this borax is used in the borax bead test, that we will see. Now we have to take a platinum loop. We have to take platinum loop. How to prepare platinum loop, that we will see. Like this glass rod will be there. It is made up of glass. It is like a rod. It is just like a rod. Inside this one something is inserted. What is that? Means platinum. It is platinum wire. This end of platinum wire is dipped in corn HCl and introduced into oxidizing flame. It is continuously introduced into oxidizing flame till that lustrous is disappearing. That means here what and all oxidizing impurities are there, all the oxidizing impurities should be, we have to remove. For that case, it is introduced in oxidizing flame. Afterwards, what we have to do means this has to be placed near the pencil sharpness. Pencil near the pencil, that sharp part will be there. No, that sharp part we have to put this one. Then force this one in this direction and make this part as a loop. Okay, so we have prepared a platinum loop. We have prepared that platinum loop will be like this, will be there. It is platinum loop. This platinum loop, this part is in hot condition now. It is allowed to dip in borax. It is dipped in where? In the sense borax. Since it is under hot condition, borax crystals clings into this vacant site. Borax crystals clings into this place. So borax we have taken. We have taken borax in the loop. Then it is introduced into the oxidizing flame. what will happen means borax swells. It is swelling. Then it is converting into what in the sense a liquid. Okay, it is converting into what in the sense solid. So and so takes place in the oxidizing flame till it becomes like this. Up to then, borax should be in the oxidizing flame only. Okay, liquid is converting into solid. It is taking place. This step is taking place in the oxidizing flame, not under cooling. This step is not taking place under cooling. This step takes place in the oxidizing flame itself. Sir. Why is it so? Why the reaction takes place? What is the reaction takes place here? That we'll see. Now, here borax formula is Na2B4O5 OH 4 times dot 8H2. Okay, this is heated. What happens means the water molecules are evaporating away. The water molecules are evaporating away. When the water molecules are evaporating away, between the molecules, gap should be created. Then only bulk water molecule can come outside. Therefore, bulk water molecules are coming outside by pushing away the neighboring borax molecules. Therefore, borax molecules are moving far away. Therefore, the borax is swelling on heating. Swelling on heating. That means here water molecules are removed. Now we are getting anhydrous borax. This anhydrous borax, it is anhydrous borax. It is not having water molecules. It is this size is greater than this size. This size is greater than this size. It is swollen. Why it is swollen in the sense due to loss of water molecules. Then it is converting into liquid. It is converting into liquid and then solidifying. Then in the solid, it is appearing in the form of what in the sense NaBO2 and B2O3. This anhydrous borax is melting, then solidifying. In the solid, what is there means NaBO2 is there, B2O3 is there. NaBO2 and B2O3. NaBO2 is called sodium metaborate. Sodium metaborate. NaBO2 is called sodium metaborate. B2O3 is called boric oxide, boric anhydride, boron trioxide. Okay, this mixture we are getting. This mixture is transparent. It is transparent, appearing like a glass. Appearing like a glass. Therefore, we can call this as a transparent glassy mass. Transparent glassy. Then it is appearing like a bead. Therefore, it is called a transparent glassy bead. This bead is called a borax bead. It is called a borax bead. This borax bead is used for testing colored metal ions in the salt analysis. So that this test is called a borax bead test, we can say. Next, we will go for orthoboric acid. Now we are going for orthoboric acid. Orthoboric acid formula is H3BO3, orthoboric acid. It is sparingly soluble in water, but highly soluble in hot water. This orthoboric acid, how it will be there means it is white powder. Like how powder is there, like that it is appearing. White color it is, white powder it is. In the water it is sparingly soluble, but in hot water it is highly soluble. This orthoboric acid, aqueous solution, is acting as what? Aqueous solution of orthoboric acid. Aqueous solution of orthoboric acid is a monobasic acid. It is monobasic acid. It is Lewis acid. It is what in the sense Lewis acid. It is Lewis acid. It is not protonic acid. It is not protonic acid. It is not protonic acid. Sorry. What is the meaning of this one? That we will see. Now, this orthoboric acid structure we will see. This orthoboric acid contains boron. It contains 3 oxygen atoms. all the hydrogen atoms bonding with the oxygen only. All the oxygen atoms bonding with the oxygen only. All the hydrogen atoms bonding with the oxygen only. Then boron comes under group number 3a. Its valence shell contains 3 electrons. Those 3 electrons making bonds with the oxygen atoms. It is orthoboric acid. Now this boron is having 3 sigma bonds, therefore trigonal planar we can say. It is having 3 sigma bonds, therefore trigonal planar. Then we will take a water molecule. We will take water molecule contains 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen atoms. Water molecule contains 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen atoms. Now this oxygen valence shell contains 6 electrons. This oxygen valence shell contains 6 electrons. Okay. Now we will give the bonding. Here one bond we will give, here one bond we will give. Now this boron is having vacant orbital. This boron is having vacant orbital. Now this oxygen is contributing lone pair to this vacant orbital. In the water, oxygen is contributing lone pair to the boron vacant orbital. So between oxygen and boron, dative bond is created. So boron OH, here dative bond OH2. Here one lone pair is there. Then this dative bond we will write it as normal covalent bond. That dative bond we are writing as normal covalent bond by giving formal charges. For boron we will give -1. For oxygen we will give +1. Next step, oxygen is positive charge. Therefore, we will shift the bond to oxygen. We will shift the sigma bond to this oxygen. Therefore, we'll remove this bond. Now, oxygen is getting lone pair. Oxygen is getting lone pair. Therefore, positive charge vanished. Hydrogen is getting positive charge because it has lost the electron. It has lost the bond. Therefore, it has got positive charge. So, we will write H plus like this. So H3BO3, it is orthoboric acid, it is water. This oxygen is contributing lone pair to this boron. This oxygen is contributing lone pair to this boron. Therefore, like this bond is created and H plus is created. Now, aqueous solution of orthoboric acid is giving H plus. Aqueous solution of orthoboric acid is producing H plus. Therefore, it is called acid. Why monobasic means one orthoboric acid molecule give one H plus. Therefore, monobasic acid we can say. Here, this boron is accepting electron pair. Therefore, it is Lewis acid. This boron is accepting lone pair. Therefore, we can call this is as a Lewis acid. We can call this water. We can call it as a Lewis base. Here, this orthoboric acid is giving H plus, but not from its own molecule. Therefore, it is not protonic acid. It is not giving its proton. It is not giving its proton. Therefore, it is not protonic acid. It is not giving its proton. Therefore, it is not a protonic acid, we can say. This is not protonic acid. Okay, sir. Next, action of heat we will see. On heating, how orthoboric acid is behaving, we will see. Orthoboric acid H3BO3 is heated to 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius. Remove water molecule from here. On removing water molecule, what is the remaining? 1H, 1B, 2 oxygens. This is called a metaboric acid. HbO2 is called a metaboric acid, we can say. HbO2 we can call it as a metaboric acid. Then this metaboric acid on heating to 160 degrees Celsius. Metaboric acid on heating to 160 degrees Celsius gives what means H2B4O7. It is called a tetraboric acid. It is called tetraboric acid plus water molecules. We are getting what in the sense tetraboric acid we are getting. Take metaboric acid 4 times. Take metaboric acid 4 times and heat to 160 degrees Celsius. We are getting tetraboric acid and water molecule is lost. This tetraboric acid will take H2B4O7. This is strongly heated. It is strongly heated. What we are getting in the sense boric oxide or boron trioxide, boric anhydride. We are getting B2O3 boric anhydride or boric oxide or boron trioxide we are getting plus water. So on balancing we'll write 2 times. Therefore now we can say that orthoboric acid on heating to 100 degrees Celsius gives what in the sense metaboric acid we can say. Heating to 160 degrees Celsius gives a tetraboric acid H2B4O7. On strongly heating gives a B2O3, like that we can say. So behavior of orthoboric acid on heating that we have said. Next we will see orthoboric acid in the solid state. What is how it will appear, that we'll see. Orthoboric acid in the solid state we'll see. Now we will take orthoboric acid in the solid. Orthoboric acid in the solid state we will take. How it will be there, that we will see. In the orthoboric acid, one orthoboric acid molecule will take, in that boron will take, and 3 oxygen atoms will take in a trigonal planar. 3 oxygen atoms we have taken in a trigonal planar we have taken. Okay. It contains 3 hydrogens. This oxygen contains 1 hydrogen. This oxygen contains 1 hydrogen. This oxygen contains 1 hydrogen. Okay, 3 hydrogen atoms we have given. Now this H3BO3 is a triangular. The triangular we have given like this. Next molecule we will take. Next molecule we are taking that oxygen, boron, 2 more oxygens we have written like this. For this hydrogens we will write, for this oxygen hydrogen, for this oxygen hydrogen, for this oxygen hydrogen. Now we will give triangular shape, we will give. Next here we will write, for this oxygen we will write here boron, here 3 oxygens we have written. Now we will write hydrogens, we will write here 1 hydrogen, for this oxygen hydrogen, for this oxygen hydrogen we will write here triangular shape we will write. Next one we will see here oxygen, here boron, here oxygen. For this hydrogen, for this hydrogen, for this hydrogen, here triangular shape we will give. Next for this one oxygen, for this one oxygen, here boron, here oxygen. Now we will give 3 hydrogens we will give, for this hydrogen, for this hydrogen, for this hydrogen. Another orthoboric acid we will take oxygen, boron, oxygen, here 1 hydrogen we will write, for this hydrogen, then for this hydrogen. Like this we will write continuously. Then this is 1 molecule, it is 1 molecule. Between this H and this O, hydrogen bond is possible. It is possible in the solid. Here hydrogen bonding. Then Here we'll give in this place. Here we'll write hydrogen like this, and we'll give hydrogen bonding like this. Here hydrogen bonding. Then in this place hydrogen bonding. In this place hydrogen bonding. Then here you give hydrogen bonding. Here one hydrogen bonding. Next, one hydrogen bond will give here, one hydrogen bond here. Here hydrogen bonding, here hydrogen bonding. Okay, we have given hydrogen bonding, we have given. That means in the solid H3BO3, each hydrogen will make one covalent bond with oxygen and a hydrogen bond with another oxygen. Another oxygen in the sense another boric acid oxygen. Now you take this hydrogen, it is having hydrogen bond, here covalent bond. This hydrogen, here covalent bond, here hydrogen bond. Okay, here if you take this hydrogen, here covalent bond, here hydrogen bond. Now this hydrogen will take, here covalent bond, hydrogen bond will continue here. Here covalent bond, so hydrogen bond. Here covalent bond, continue hydrogen bond like this. Here covalent bond, hydrogen bond. Here covalent bond, so next hydrogen bond. Here covalent bond, next hydrogen bond, continue like this. Sorry. Next, this oxygen. Here covalent bond, therefore hydrogen bond. Here this oxygen, here covalent bond, therefore here hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, here covalent bond, so hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, here covalent bond, so hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, here covalent bond, here hydrogen bond. So like this structure will continue. This is called a boric acid in the solid state. So how to give hydrogens? How to give hydrogens? That alone we will see in this one. How to give hydrogens? Boron and 3 oxygens, how to give that you know that. Now hydrogen part alone, how to give that we will see. Now you have given orthoboric acid, you have given or H3BO3. H3BO3, one triangle here, how it is there you see. These two triangle, how it is there you see. These two triangle and this triangle. Okay, that means how we have to give triangle in the sense here one triangle you have given, here one triangle you have given. That means this oxygen is outer, this oxygen is outer. Between these two oxygens, center hydrogen should be there. Okay, between these two, center hydrogen should be there. Like that only. Okay, and then outer only we'll see. This is outer oxygen, this is outer oxygen. Between outer oxygen, center hydrogen should be there. These two are outer oxygens. Between outer oxygens at center you give hydrogen. Between these two outer oxygens at center you give hydrogens. Between these two oxygens also at center hydrogen. Between these two oxygen also at center hydrogen we have to give. Okay, then one covalent bond you give, then hydrogen bond you give. Okay, with one oxygen covalent bond, with another oxygen hydrogen bond. Here covalent bond, then hydrogen bond. Now covalent bond, then hydrogen bond. Covalent bond, hydrogen bond. Covalent bond, hydrogen bond. Covalent bond, hydrogen bond. Covalent bond, hydrogen bond. Okay, next. Inner oxygens. These two are inner oxygens. Between these two inner oxygens give hydrogen. 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 Between these two inner oxygens hydrogen. Between these two inner oxygens hydrogen. Okay, then what you have to do means, now you have to say here covalent bond means Here outer covalent bond means here hydrogen bond. Here you give covalent bond, you give. Then here hydrogen bond you give. Here covalent bond. Then hydrogen bond. Then covalent bond. Then hydrogen bond. Then covalent bond. Hydrogen bond. Covalent bond. Here hydrogen bond. Here covalent bond. Okay. You have got like a hexagon shape. So we are getting like what in the sense hexagon shape we will get. Okay. This is hexagon. This is also hexagon. Like that will be there. Then for this oxygen, one covalent bond is there, then hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, hydrogen bond is there, therefore covalent bond. For this oxygen, covalent bond is there, therefore hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, hydrogen bond with hydrogen, therefore covalent bond. For this oxygen, covalent bond is there, therefore hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, hydrogen bond is there, therefore covalent bond. For this oxygen, hydrogen bond is there, therefore covalent bond. For this oxygen, covalent bond is there, therefore hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, hydrogen bond is there, therefore covalent bond. For this oxygen, covalent bond is there, therefore hydrogen bond. For this oxygen, hydrogen bond is there, therefore covalent bond. Okay, like that it will continue. Where and all covalent bond is there and all you give hydrogen of its own molecule. Now hydrogen bonding means with the neighboring molecule boric acid. It is hydrogen bonded with the neighboring molecule boric acid hydrogen. Okay, this is about orthoboric acid in the solid state. Next we will go for hydrates of boron. Next we are going for hydrates of boron is called borines. Hydrates of boron is called borines. Two types of hydrates are possible. One is BnHn plus 4. Another one is BnHn plus 6. So two types of hydrates of boron possible. One is BnHn plus 4. Another one is BnHn plus 6. These two are called borines. These two are called borines, we can say. Now simplest boron we'll see. Simplest boron we'll take here n is equal to 2. We'll substitute n is equal to 2. What we will get in the sense B2H6. Simplest boron. N is equal to 2. We'll substitute B2H6 we are getting. So this diborane, it is called this simplest boron is called diborane. This diborane structure we'll see. In the diborane, 2 boron atoms are there. That 2 boron atoms will write. 6 hydrogen atoms are there. 6 hydrogen atoms that for each boron will give 3 hydrogens. For each boron will give 3 hydrogens like this. Then boron group number is 3a. Therefore, this valence shell contains 3 electrons. Boron group number 3a. Therefore, this valence shell contains 3 electrons. Therefore, you give 3 bonds. You give 3 bonds. Between boron atoms, don't give any bond. Why? Because why we are unable to give the bond in the sense there is no more electrons. This boron is not having any electrons, any more electrons. It is group number is 3a. Therefore, its valence shell contains 3 electrons. 3 electrons have gone for bonding. No more electrons in order to bond with this boron. Therefore, to write a conventional Lewis structure for diborane, we are not getting enough electrons to write. To draw the structure, we are not getting enough electrons. Therefore, this diborane is coming under electron deficient hydride. So to give the structure of diborane, conventional Lewis structure is not possible. So some other method is followed to give diborane structure. For that, using certain experimental evidences, some other structure is given for a diborane. What is that structure? What is that experimental evidence? What is the experimental evidence for giving structure for diborane? This diborane is taken for methylation. This diborane is taken for methylation while it gives V2H2 Me4. So diborane on methylation gives so and so. Diborane on methylation. Methylation means hydrogen is replaced by methyl group. Diborane on methylation gives so and so. V2H2 Me4.